And welcome everybody, and welcome everybody to our Monday Riman opportunity presentation. My name is Julian Doan. I'm from Southern California, director here with Riman, and I'm so incredibly excited to be here with every single one of you to share with you an incredible opportunity that changed my life. And I know that sounds like a kind of cliche thing to say, an opportunity meaning something that changed my life, but it truly did. And I encourage every single person on this call, especially if you're a guest, have a notepad and pen ready to take a lot of good notes and more importantly, pay attention because you have no idea how a simple yes completely change your life, right? And I say that humbly because when I saw Riemann for the first time, I wasn't looking for an opportunity, nor did I really know that I needed an opportunity. Just to kind of share a little bit of myself, just so we're not complete strangers. Again, my name is Julian. I know we're here to talk about a Korean skincare company, so hopefully you guys know that, right? But the other thing I want to share with you, super simple, is that when I saw Riemann, I came from a totally different background. I came from the fitness background. So as you can tell, fitness and skincare is completely different. I built a very, very successful career as a celebrity fitness trainer teaching boxing inspired classes in studio and also filming on demand classes for brands like Lululemon and Aloe. And I was doing incredibly well, making incredible money. But the one thing I didn't have was time. And that was something that my wife, who was my girlfriend at the time, we always not fought about, but we were always looking for more time. And as a man, I always thought, we'll figure it out later. We'll figure it out later, right? Typical guy, right? And one day in October, I get a call from a really good friend of mine, Mr. Chris Kim, who's a national director in our company. And he says, hey, whatever you're doing, cancel it. I need you to meet me at the JW Marriott. And keep in mind, he didn't tell me what I was taking a look at. I had no idea. I just got done teaching a class where I was wearing joggers and a tank top, and I showed up to a convention of over 3,000 people. They were all mostly Korean, all dressed from head to toe. And I remember my mentor telling me, he goes, don't worry, no one's going to notice, right? But little did I know that simple yes, that simple meeting would change the trajectory of my life. When I saw the information that I'm going to share with you tonight, it completely changed everything because for me, I was making good money, but what I really wanted was time. And that was one of the biggest things that Riman has given me. And in the last, 2.5 years of being a part of Riman, we built a team of over 20,000 people and built a customer base of over 50,000 people all around the world. It has allowed us to travel. But when I say it changed my life, here's why I love Riman so much. Because as a man, you kind of have an idea pretty early whether you want to marry the person you're with or not. But there's a couple of things that as a man, you feel like you have to have aligned before you make that decision. Number one, can you afford the engagement ring that she wants or you believe she deserves? And number two, can you afford the wedding? Can you give her that life? And Remon allowed us to do that. It gave us our time back. And within the first year of being involved in Remon, it helped us triple our income that we're making in fitness here. And I was able to walk away from that to be able to do Remon full time. And because of Remon, I was able to buy her dream engagement ring. We were able to get married and we were able to travel all around the world, building so many great relationships. And again, I had no idea any of that was going to happen when I said yes to simply taking a look at the information. So again, I don't know what your unmet need is, but I promise you pay close attention, right? You'll find a way that Remon can help you solve that. Okay. So let's go ahead and dive into the information. So kind of share with you about Remon. When I first saw Remon for the first time, this was about 3 years ago. They just launched in North America. Okay. But when I saw Remon, it was a company that started in 2018 in South Korea. So again, Korean skincare started in South Korea, full authenticity. And I think in today's world, that's what we're looking for, authenticity. Because Korean skincare is one of the most talked about hot products on the market right now. In fact, Korean anything is huge, right? Korean drama, Korean pop music, it's everywhere. And Korean skincare is the gold standard when it comes to skincare. Why is that? Because they're known for being clean and gentle. They're known for working for all skin types and again, for all ages, right? And what's amazing about it is that most Korean skincare, everybody's heard of it. They just don't know what to buy and what to trust. And here's what's amazing. Here's what's kind of interesting. Most Korean skincare that's sold in America is actually not real Korean skincare. It has some Korean ingredients, but it's manufactured here in the US, right? So when I saw that it's a South Korean company, everything's manufactured made in South Korea, it was huge. Now, what impressed me was this. Remon did $2.5 billion in revenue in his first several years of business. 2.5 revenue just out of Korea. They became the number one rated K beauty brand in his first several years, right? And just to kind of contextualize what that means, okay, in South Korea, it is the most competitive market for Korean skincare. I'm pretty sure everybody will agree. No one will disagree, right? And they became the number one exported Korean skincare product in all of South Korea and the number one sold, right, in terms of volume of any other Korean skincare product in South Korea. So it's huge. This is even before they came to North America. And just to give you an idea what that looks like, South Korea's population is 55 million. Okay. Here in the United States, where I'm from, there's over 50 states. And one of those states is a small state called Indiana. And do you know what Indiana's population is? 55,000. Okay, 55 million. So imagine, right? A small country the size of Indiana, one of the US 50 states, in the most competitive market became number one and did $2.5 billion in sales. Just our one bottle of moisturizer alone, they sold over 40 million bottles to a population of 55 million in the most competitive market. So for me, numbers tell the whole story. So I saw that, I go, okay, this number one is a trusted product. Number two, it's sold in the most competitive market and it's a hot product that people are looking for, right? So that's what's huge. When you're marketing a product and being part of a business, when people are part of a business, they want to know, is this scalable? Well, guess what? If the product's not valuable, it's not going to be scalable. So here we have a product that people are looking for, that people generally want, and it is massively accepted and sold in the most competitive market. So again, they launched North America March of 2023. It got started in October. They launched Taiwan December of that year. The following year, they launched Hong Kong, right? The year after, they launched Mexico, Malaysia, Singapore, United Kingdom, Philippines, and Japan. And I remember when I met the owners for the first time, they were only open in two countries, the US and South Korea. And they told me, hey, in the next 2 years, we're going to open up 10 more countries. And guess what? The company delivered on that, which is huge, right? They launched Spain, Ireland, and Chile early this year. Italy, Colombia, Peru, and we're about to launch so many more countries as well. The Czech Republic, Russia, Australia, Thailand, just to name a few. So the company's doing phenomenally well. Now, what makes the company do so well is that Riman is made up of three different brands, okay? ICD, which is our premium skincare line, Lab, which is our personal care and hair care line, and Lifening, which is our nutrition line. Now, this is what really sold me on the company, okay? Now, not just what the, sorry, let me go back. I don't know why I always skip that. Not just what the company's already been able to do, but the company's only been able to do so well because of the products. And when I sat down with the owner and he shared with me the story of how it came to be, that's really where it put things in perspective for me because certain things had to line up for the company to do so well. And a lot of these things, I'm very faith-based, by the way. So a lot of these things had to happen for it to line up, like divine intervention. So I'll give you an idea. So our owner, Chairman On, right? He's like the Steve Wozniak. When you take a look at Apple, there are two founders, right? There's Steve Wozniak and there's Steve Jobs. Steve Wozniak had no interest in business. He didn't care about money. His passion was engineering. His passion was computers. And that's our chairman on. His passion is formulation. His passion is products, right? Through Ask Labs, one of the most high-tech development facilities in the world, through Chairman On, he was able to formulate some of the top products that some of you probably already use and probably already have. Excuse me. So when he decided to create Remon, what he wanted to do was he wanted to create a product, right? He was inspired by one of his kids, seeing the youthful glow, right? The texture of their skin, right? The elasticity of the skin. He's like, how can we create a product that will preserve the skin that we had since a child, right? And carry that into our adult life and restore that. And so there's a couple things that happen on this journey, okay? Number one, he started doing a lot of different research. He says, we want to have a unique ingredient. And at that time, there's a product called Madacasol, which was the number one selling anti-inflammatory product in Korea. Now, in America, actually a lot of places in the world, we use something called Neosporin, right? Neosporin for cuts, burns, inflammation, irritation, all that. We use it because of how well it works. Well, in South Korea, this product called Madacasol delivered so much greater results, right? Faster results than Neosporin ever has. And when he looked at the product, right, it was the key ingredient was something called Centella asiatica, right? Or also known as Byungpul. And he said, man, this product with over 40 years of research, this is going to be our key ingredient, right? Because again, a lot of our skin issues is inflammation, is irritation, right? It's not having the right amount of moisture being locked into the skin. He says this plant answers that. So he says, I want to make this a flagship product ingredient. Now, while that was also happening, on Jeju Island, okay, which is like the Hawaii of Korea. It's a very beautiful place. It's actually protected by UNESCO. It's a World Heritage Site. And on Jeju Island, there's this volcano. And for over 400,000 years, water gets filtered through all the volcanic rock. It removes all the impurities and gets infused with all these essential minerals that you cannot find anywhere else. And what's amazing about this water is that the Korean government only gave 10 contracts to 10 companies they trusted. And because of Chairman On's reputation and what he's been able to do with products and ingredients and delivering it, right, he was awarded that contract. We're the only skincare company that has access to this water. And that was only possible because of what he's been able to do in the past and the products he created before. So imagine now he has access to this water. He built this great smart farm and he started growing his own Centella asiatica, his own young pool, right on the smart farm using this Jeju water. And the water is also the key essential ingredient in all of our products because, as you know, skincare products are 80% water. Now, here's what happened. If you look at that little picture at the bottom, the little circle, right? The one on the right, that's a normal Centella asiatica. It's about the size of a quarter. And when he grew it on the smart farm with this special water, it actually grew 5 times larger, the size of your palm. And as you know, with the increase in size, so does the efficacy and so does the potency of the ingredients. So now we have our own plant, right? We call it the giant dung pool. We actually have over 20 patents on the plant, right? So number one, nobody has access to the water. Number two, no one can grow the plant. Now, again, high quality ingredients is important, but what most people don't talk about is absorption, right? You can have great quality products, but if your body cannot absorb it or your skin can't absorb it, it's just expensive ingredients that you're wasting, that you're washing off, right? And so around that time, when that was happening, there was this lidocaine cream that was very, very effective in Korea. Okay, and this lidocaine cream, right, as you know, it's a numbing cream. And what happened was, why was it so effective? Was because the technology behind it was different. You see, in the medical industry, there's something called nanoliposomal technology. And what medical companies have been doing, pharmaceutical companies have been doing, is they run the ingredients through a microfluidizer that breaks the ingredients 40 times smaller, allowing it to absorb deeper into your skin, right? So our brand, ICD, in cellular dermatology, what that means is our products and our ingredients are broken down so small that it absorbs and penetrates the deepest layer of your dermis, your skin. And so when he saw that technology, he infused it with our ingredients. And that's why so many people have so much incredible results. While most skincare products, right, have inferior ingredients, they have inferior technology. So those products, even if they have great ingredients, just sit on the top layer of your skin, not getting absorbed, right? It's almost like a band-aid, right? And so what our product does, it goes straight to the root. And because of that, right, it increases our product absorption, right, which allows the skin to have even more boosting benefits from its ingredients, okay? So I'm gonna show you some before and after pictures in a moment. But let me show you our Riman campus, right? So this is the smart farm that they built, solar power station, our Riman farm. And as you can tell, wind power station, we have a huge commitment to lowering our carbon footprint on the planet and keep everything as green as possible, right? That's just our commitment, and also to protect Jeju Island. You have our bunk pool lab, right, where we extract everything from our plants. Jeju Lava Water Center, where we pull the water directly from the volcano. And again, Ask Base is located right there as well. Not one of the leading, right, product development and research facilities in the world, right? That's partnered up with even, a lot of universities like Stanford and Harvard, which is huge. Okay. So this is what our Riman farm looks like, state-of-the-art facility. And again, here's a close-up picture of our plant versus a traditional plant. As you can tell, it has grown tremendous in size. Our smart farm is AI powered, which is incredible, right? Everything is done to the T. And what I love so much about Riman is, while most companies are white labeling, what that means is they buy the product from somebody else, they just slap their label on it and they sell it to you because it's popular. Our company owns the whole process, right? From seed to plant to bottle to your face, right? We own the whole entire process, which is incredibly important to us because what that means is we control the quality of our ingredients and the quality of our products and the quality of our delivery system. Nothing is left in someone else's hands. Now, while our company was doing so well, earning billions of dollars, our owner wanted to build something for its distributors. So they created something called Riman Village on Jeju Island. And what's amazing is every year, the top leaders of the company, when you hit director, they actually fly you out to Riman Village. And Riman Village is 9 villas the company built on Jeju Island to house the leaders, state-of-the-art facility. I mean, imagine each villa is almost like, technology-wise, Steve Jobs and Samsung designed it, right? And it was almost like Coco Chanel and Tom Ford built the aesthetics. It's so well done. It's beautiful, right? There's even a full-on spa there where the water gets pulled straight from the Jeju lava, from Jeju Island, right, from the volcano into this bath. And they give you this beaker of the bunk pool extract. You pour it in there, you get a soak. It's so amazing. And right now, our leaders in the Philippines are actually there right now. And so what's incredible is that as you move up in the company takes care of you. And, everybody's goal on this call should be to visit, Riman Village. It's an incredible experience, okay? So let's go ahead and dive into it. So our first line is our ICDs, our premium skincare line, okay? Which I shared with you earlier, stands for in cellular dermatology. And our philosophy is very, very simple. Cleanse, hydrate, and protect, right? So our premium skincare has 2 lines, right? One is our signature line, and number 2 is our advanced line, our Radium Sun 100. Both deliver on the same results, right? both lighten and tighten the skin, removes fine lines and wrinkles. You go from having fine lines to wrinkles to just being fine, right? Which is great, right? Reduce the signs of aging, hyperpigmentation, all these different things. The only difference between the two products is the delivery system, okay? Our signature line is more water-based, and our Radium Sun 100 is more oily-based. Not to be confused with whether you have dry skin or oily skin. It's just the texture of the ingredients, right? And our Radium Sun 100 is more focused on anti-aging, so all of its ingredients microfluidized, which is great. Now, let me show you some before and after pictures because seeing is believing, right? So these are our before and after pictures. And a lot of these just come after just one use, a week use, a month use. And as you can tell, it works on all different skin types, all different backgrounds. And what you're going to notice again is the hydration in the skin. People that deal with, inflammation, redness, fine lines and wrinkles, when your skin is properly hydrated and has the right ingredients, right? Guess what? The natural collagen and elasticity in your skin gets restored. And with that, your youthful glow comes back. And one of the great things that we have here is, again, because our products are so good, a lot of times what ends up happening is people use our products as a customer. They start getting crazy compliments from people. And when they get compliments, they come back saying, hey, I have all these friends that want to try the products. How can I order it? And what we do is we just upgrade them to what we call a planner. And now when they refer their link and people buy the products from them, they get paid, which is amazing. So imagine something we do every single day already. We recommend great products already, but now we get a chance to get paid for it, right? But just look at these before and after pictures. Imagine waking up, looking in the mirror, and loving what you see reflected back, right? Reducing the signs of aging. Because as you get older, that's one thing that kind of makes us sad. It reminds us that time is passing and moving forward. But just like your body, when you take care of your skin, you take care of your face, it shows, right? So it's huge, right? So we have so many before and after pictures. And again, what's also great too is I'm going to show you our hair product in a little bit, right? But our hair product actually allows your hair to grow back thicker, more vibrant as well, which is great, right? So again, we have so many before and after pictures, but the most important before and after picture is going to be your before and after picture. So if you haven't tried the products yet, make sure you get your hands on the product right away, because once you use it, you see the difference. And when you see the difference, feel the difference, it's game over, okay? Next, we also have our makeup line, which is great. I love the tagline that we have. It's not skincare, it's skin repair. And the same thing with our makeup. Imagine actually wearing, for those of you that wear makeup, imagine wearing makeup that actually repairs your skin, not just damage your skin. And one of the great things too, how my business blew up, you might be asking yourself, well, Julian, you're a guy, like what are you doing in skincare? Trust me, okay? Growing up, as a teenager, I wasn't like telling myself, I can't wait to get older and find a good premium skincare to market and sell. And that's how I'm going to build my lifestyle, right? But here's what I understood. In business, right? What you love should be your hobby, but what everybody else loves should be your business. If people are already using it, right, and you show them something better, they're going to buy it. If you show them something more affordable, they're going to buy it. That's the same quality, but more affordable, they're going to buy it. And what's amazing about our products, not only is it higher quality, but it's more affordable. And the same thing with our makeup. Our makeup is made with the same ingredients as our skincare. Imagine wearing the makeup and actually repairs your face while you're wearing it. Now, here's what's amazing. How my business blew up. I just started sharing it with a couple people, but it wasn't until one of my key leaders, Marisol Herrera, who's a team leader with us, she used to wear a lot of makeup, right? And she got started because she was looking for great skincare. And when she started using our skincare, she started wearing less makeup and people started to notice. Not only did they notice, but they noticed that her skin started to repair itself. And what's amazing about it is that's how the company blew up. And I told her, I was like, hey, Marisol, like, what is it about our products? Like, as a guy, like, help me understand. I know it's great products, but I have no point of reference, right? Why do women love our products so much? How are you so good at sales? And what she said to me was so amazing. She said, most women wear makeup to hide all the things they don't love about their face, to hide their imperfections, to cover up. So what's great about Riman through the skincare is it repaired a lot of things that I was trying to hide, like the hyperpigmentation, the sunspots, the wrinkles. And with the products, I didn't have to worry about that anymore. I started wearing less makeup. And what's exciting about Riman's makeup is now I get to use makeup to highlight the things I love about my face instead of hiding things I don't love about my face. And that's when it clicked for me that how powerful this business is, right? It's not just about the money that you can make. It's the difference that you can make in people's life and make a difference in how they experience themselves. Because we all know when we feel good about ourselves, it shows up in our work. It shows up in our relationships. It shows up in everything. It's a domino effect that leads everywhere. So again, skincare, makeup, on the surface might look like vanity, but it's so much more deeper than that, because when you love the way you look, you love the way you feel, you're going to love the way you live, which is huge, okay? Then we have our Bota Lab. This is our personal hair care line. Desert Cola, Swamel, two incredible ingredients exclusive to us as well. And what's also amazing about our ingredients, a lot of people go, Julian, are you guys FDA approved, right? Well, let me tell you something. The energy drink that a lot of you are drinking, not FDA approved. That vape you're hitting, that's not FDA approved either, right? But here's what I can tell you, okay? Our skincare has passed the one of the most strictest, most difficult, type of test you can get, was German dermatology tested. Not only that, but our products are also vegan as well. Our Bota Lab's also vegan as well. And what our commitment is to avoid all the harmful chemicals are commonly found in Western skincare, right? There's over 3,000 chemicals that you're probably not even aware of that you're putting on your face and on your body. And what's amazing about our products is you don't have to worry about it messing up your hormones. You don't have to worry about it messing up your fertility, right? It's clean, gentle. Like I said earlier, our products, pubescent teens can use it, kids can use it, pregnant women can use it, right? Cancer patients can use it, right? Obviously consult your doctor, but we have people that are using it with great results. Now with our hair care line, what's amazing is oftentimes we're taught that you can't wash your hair too often. And the reason why we're taught that is because a lot of these products have harmful chemicals in it and they remove all the dirt and oil, but the byproduct of that, it dries out your scalp, it dries out your skin. Think about it. How many times have we used a bar of soap, right, on our skin? In water, right? So we're supposed to be hydrated, but when we get out, our skin is red and the skin is irritated. It's because it's drying out the skin. Now, what's great about our products is clean and gentle. You can wash your hair more often, right? And here's what most people don't understand. When you shower, especially women, when you shower, we all, I'm pretty sure you've had that experience, right? Where you're washing your hair and as you remove your hand, strands of hair comes out too. You put it on the bathroom wall and you tell yourself you're gonna throw it away later and you forget. And then your husband comes in, sees it and freaks out, right? I mean, that's my personal experience, right? What's amazing about our products, because they're clean and gentle, right? It cleans all the sebum particles on your scalp, right? Kind of like when you go to get a scalp massage, right? Or cleanse. And what it does, it allows your hair to go back thicker, fuller, and more vibrant as well. And it actually helps reduce hair loss, right? Which is great, okay? So really great. We have so many before and after pictures of that as well. So make sure you talk to the person that invited you, right? If something sticks out to you, you want to know more, you want to see more before and after pictures, we got it for days. Now, here's why I will tell you. One thing we don't have before and after pictures for is this product, okay? And you'll understand why in a little bit. This is one of my favorite products because when I first got started, I wasn't sure how I was going to integrate everything because coming from fitness, skincare is kind of a big shift. But this Deep Talk Plus product was one of my gateway products for my clients and customers, right? So what Deep Talk Plus is, it's natural psyllium husk fiber with zinc. Comes in these little pellets like pills. You swallow it like pills, right? Probiotics, prebiotics, digestive enzymes. And what it does, it expands in your stomach. It grabs onto everything and pulls it out of your small intestines, right? Because when you eat, guess what? Your body breaks it down and it just sits there. And a lot of times, the reason why we're so tired all day, even when we get full nights of rest, is because our body's spending time trying to break down all the processed foods that we've been eating, right? So what happens, it removes all that. And what a lot of people notice, it removes bloating, right? And it helps people that have irritable bowel syndrome, all these different things, and they have less brain fog. They have more energy to go throughout the day. And again, we don't have before and after pictures of this. You're just gonna have to take my word for it. And again, a lot of people chase the first experience. It's definitely interesting. Now, it's very gentle, okay? It's not like one of those things you take and you have to rush to the bathroom. You have to wait around the bathroom, right? You might have an accident. It's just the next time you go, you're gonna go, but you're really gonna go. And all this stuff from like Christmas 5 years ago is gonna come out, and it's gonna be great. You're gonna feel so good. You're gonna be grossed out, but excited at the same time, right? We also have the Beauty Collagen Shot, which is also another one of my favorites. It's been sold out for I think the last 2 months. It's actually gonna be restocked May 15th, which is we're all excited about right around the corner. And what this is a beauty collagen shot. We use the highest quality of collagen, which is low molecular collagen peptides, right? Which what that means is your body can actually absorb it and absorb most of it. You're not peeing it out. And not just that, but we're using the highest quality of collagen, which is marine collagen. Now, the reason why most companies stay away from marine collagen, number one, it's expensive. So they settle for bovine collagen, right? Number two, a lot of companies haven't figured out how to get rid of the marine taste. Now, ours tastes incredible. It comes in a shot. It tastes like berries. It's incredible. And now with our new formula, we also have glutathione in it. And if you don't know, glutathione is one of the most powerful antioxidants that you can have in your body that you can consume, right? It's huge, right? Peptides is huge as glutathione. And the reason why that's also effective because now people are now becoming consciously aware of how much heavy metals the things that they consume, right, are getting put into their body. So what this does actually, glutathione actually helps you filter out heavy metals as well, which is great. So that's all of our products in a nutshell. Again, you just got to be able to use it and experience it, right? So when I saw this for the first time, I go, okay, the product has real science behind it. It's already proven to sell, right? And it's also been proven to sell in the most difficult markets. And not just that, but it's a product that's popular and people are actually looking for. So that already played it out. The only question I had left is what's in it for me and how do I make money and can I get paid and will I get help? And that's what I'm going to explain in the next few moments, okay? Now, what traditional supply chains do is, as you guys know, there's a company supplier, right? They raise the price and sell it to the distributor. The distributor raises the price to sell it to the wholesaler. Wholesaler raises the price, sells it to the retail shops. And the retail shops raise the price and sells it to the customer, right? So we incur all the costs of it changing hands. So what Remon wanted to do, because the products were so high quality, and again, our chairman when he created the Remon products, it was so good that he did not want to sell it through traditional retail, right? And he wanted to, because why? If he sold it traditional retail, our products would be extremely expensive, right? Like, you have products like Lemire, whose moisturizer is like $400. You have Dr. Obage, whose cleanser is like $120, right? Our products, you can get the whole set, the whole regimen, right? And it's more affordable than one moisturizer from Lemire, right? But the quality and the results are way higher. And how we were able to maintain that price is through our high margin distribution business model. And as some of you probably noticed, right, how we buy products and who we buy it from has dramatically changed over the years. Pre-COVID, a lot of us, right, we bought number one through brick and mortar. We went to the store to buy it. Number two, we trusted companies, right, in branding and marketing. Now, what we're trusting, right, are influencers, right? People that have personal testimonials who share their results and share their personal story. And that's typically how we buy things. And so after COVID, it was the birth of the influencer, right? So many people want to be influencers, brand ambassadors. So essentially, you get to do that, but with a high margin distribution business model. And this is why I got excited. I'll share with you in a moment. So the company's the supplier, right? We are the distributors. And guess what? We get to market it through online channels, right? We get to become the brokers for retail shops. And not only that, but we can sell it directly to customers. So here's what I want to share with you. It's very similar to real estate, right? Real estate, there's three ways to participate. Number one, you can just be a customer, right? You buy a house and that's it, right? You want a house, you buy it, it's you. Then you can become a real estate agent. Let's say you bought a house and you're like, man, I love that experience of buying a house. I love that experience of like how I felt when I got my first home and how well the real estate agent helped me. You know what? I want to be a real estate agent. I want to connect people to the home of their dreams and get them to where they want to be. And as a real estate agent, guess what? You sell homes, you make a lot of money, right? You make an incredible amount of money. Then there's another level called a real estate broker, right? Now, guess what? A real estate agent gets trained by a broker, right? The real estate agent makes majority of the money because they're the ones selling the house, but the real estate broker who trained them gets a small commission override on the houses their real estate agent sells. So those are three levels we get a chance to do it, okay? I'm going to show you that in a little bit. Now, the first way is online channel. This is what I was very familiar with, being a brand ambassador for Lululemon, Aloe, a lot of these different nutrition brands. And how it works is very, very simple, right? Typically, you get your own code, you get your own link, you make your story on Facebook, on Instagram, you share it, someone uses your code, they use your link, guess what? You're gonna get paid. On average, influencer makes 10%, right? As an ambassador. Now, you could get paid per post. It's a little bit different, right? But I'd rather get paid per customer than post. Now, retail shops, what's great is if you know people that own med spas, beauty supply stores, lash techs, whatever it is, guess what? You get our products into their shop. Now you introduce a second income stream for them where they can make more money offering it as a service, right? Products that people are looking for, wanting, and needing, but also they can make extra money when people buy it from their website. And so now their customers can help them get customers outside their shop as well. And lastly, through traditional customers, we like to throw something called K-pop-ups, which is facial parties. We simply invite our friends and friends over, and we just demonstrate the products and let them decide whether they want to be a customer or build a business with us. Very simple. So let me show you how that works, okay? So what's amazing about our company, right? Oops, I don't know why it looks like this. Okay, so I'll just break it down, right? Very simply, right? As customers, you also get royalties as well. You get 5% if you subscribe to our products. You get 10% off if you're in loyalty discount, which is great, okay? Customer ranks is very, very great. When you go out there, you sell up to $1,000, right? You get a certain amount of bonuses. VIP customers, right? Up to 3,000. VVIP up to 3,000. Now, I don't know why my slides is kind of messed up, but I'll break it down for you, okay? Now, when you get started in Remon, there's different positions, right? On average, people start as a planner, which is the first position you see right there. And that's like you being a real estate agent. You're going to earn up to 10% on what you personally sell or what you personally buy, which is super great, right? Now, what's amazing through our automatic promotion system, when you become the position of manager, how do you do that, right? When you do about $3,000 in sales, right, you get bumped up to manager, okay? And when you get bumped up to manager, your commissions double. Now you get paid 20% on what you personally sell, right, or you personally buy. You get a 20% discount yourself. Now, let me show you why that's so cool. all the companies, these major brands that I was an ambassador and influencer over, there was no possibility of scaling. No matter how much money I brought to the company, sharing my link or referring them to Lululemon, to Aloe, or a lot of these other brands, I never got past 10% because that's the way the company marketed. Now, for us, the company rewards you for that, right? When you do over 6,000 in sales, right, your commissions triple. You get up to 30%, which is great, right? And that's just off of retail. Now, when you become a position of team leader, what's exciting is this is now when you're developing people. When you help 3 people become a senior manager, and you also increase your sale to $50,000 a month, right? $50,000 in sales in a 5 month period, your commissions quadruple up to 40%. And it continues to climb higher as you move through the promotion system. And again, every position has a requirement. You meet it, you get paid, right? So that 10% you see up to 54%, that's on your personal retail. That's you being a real estate agent. And you'll notice you get paid the most from what you personally sell. Now, the next line with all the question marks, right? 5% to 30%. That's like you being a real estate broker. When you sign somebody up into the business and you help them build their business, right? If they're a planner, you're gonna get paid a certain percentage, up to 5% on your team, right? If you're a manager, you're gonna get paid up to 10% on what they sell, right? If you're a senior manager, you're gonna get paid up to 20%, all the way up to 30%. And those aren't even your personal sales. Those are the people that you train and taught and help to get sales. Okay. Now the next line that you see, the 5% all the way to 4%, that's something called unilevel. And again, if this sounds like a lot, we have a really great training system that'll break down everything for you. Today is just simply to give you enough information to make an educated decision whether it's something you want to do or not. But imagine as you build your team and as it grows, you can earn additional 5% to 4% on your whole book of business, which is great. Now, as you move higher to the other ranks, there's other incentives too, revenue share, where now you're participating in profit sharing with the whole entire company, which is great. Okay. We also have something called check match. I apologize, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know why my slides are like this. But leadership check match. And pretty much what that means is as you develop leaders into the company, as you help people get to a position of team leader, the average team leader makes about 6 figures a year. You have an opportunity to check match on them. What that means is, depending on whether you're first generation or sixth generation, right, you can earn anywhere from 40% to an extra 5%. So what that means is on your team leaders, if they're generation one, however much they sell at the end of the month, the company matches 40% of that and adds it to your check. They don't take it from their check, they match your check, match it and add it to your check. Well, why is that? Because the company understands if you never built the team, if you never developed the leaders, the company would never have gotten those customers. So they want to reward you for it, which is huge. Okay. The next thing I want to share with you is our company believes a lot in recognition too. We believe a lot in celebration. Our next one is going to be in August in Las Vegas. So some of you tonight who are taking a look at this for the first time, in August, in just 3 short months, you're going to be walking the stage in front of 5,000 people getting recognized for all your hard work and your effort. And for me, this was huge because you know how many people work hard every single day. They go above and beyond, right? They service their customers. They service the people they work with, right? Creating tremendous success stories, but never get recognized for it. And I personally believe recognition is important, and so does the company. So a lot of you who are seeing this for the first time, you're going to get recognized in Vegas, which is great, right? So again, who doesn't want to go to Vegas, right? It's going to be at the MGM. It's huge, as you guys can see. It's like a giant, family reunion. A lot of the leaders that you see on Zooms have been training you. You get to meet them in person, and you got to say, hey, they're real, right? So it's huge, okay? So again, August 7th to 9th, mark your calendars. MGM Grand, Las Vegas is going to be huge. You're going to definitely want to be there. So to get started, it's very, very simple, right? We have special promotions going on right now that I'll share with you in a bit. Now, I'm going to share with you a couple of starter kits. And again, these are for people that want to build the business. Obviously, if you want to be a customer, you can buy a la carte. We recommend buying one of the rituals, regiments, right? It's a lot easier that way because you want to use all the products, right? You don't want to mix and match, especially because of high quality they are and how well they absorb. Now, these kits are not required, but they are recommended. And the reason why is because if you're getting started in the business, you're opening up your own skincare company, essentially. And what you want to have is skincare products. You want to have products to use yourself. You want to have products to be able to demo to other people because when they experience it, they see the results. And you want to have products to be able to sell right then and there. Because some people, they want to buy the first set of products they want to buy is from you directly. Then they'll go to your website. Okay. Now we have different starter kits available. Starter Kit Premium 1 is the Starter Kit Premium is our most popular package. And the reason why is because if you notice the long list of products you You get double and triple of our flagship products, right? Which is enough for you to use, enough to demo, and more importantly, enough to sell on the spot, which is huge. A lot of people, when they get started, sometimes they buy two so they can start as a manager to double their commissions. Some people buy four, right? Why? So they can start a senior manager so they can quadruple their commissions. So talk to the person that invited you, they'll explain that to you. But it's really, really great, right? And why is that? Because you don't want to leave money on the table. And this is inventory for you, which is great. Then we have the starter kit plus, right? It's about $1,100 plus some change, right? Really great products. You get double of the hero products. And then we have the signature line starter kit. That's really for customers, people that want to use the products first or become a customer. That's what we recommend because you get our whole entire signature line. Now notice that 335 for a whole entire signature line, right? You know, most people are spending $400 on Lemire, just one moisturizer, which is $400. So this is more affordable than, guess what? You know, one moisturizer, but it delivers on the results. Now here's what's amazing about our products, right? It's risk-free. What our company does is give you a 30-day money-back guarantee. You can use the whole entire bottle. If you're not happy, you can return it and get your full money back. Why is that? Because our company believes in our products and they put their money where their mouth is, which is great. Okay. These are our Canadian prices for all of our Canadian reps that are on this call that are looking at that. Okay. So Riman 2026, just to wrap it up, our company started in two countries when I saw it in 2023, and now we're rapidly expanding, right? Our global footprint is huge, and every market we open up with does phenomenally well. And here's what's exciting. You don't have to know people in those countries, right? You start locally, but guess what? You're going to know somebody who knows somebody in these countries. And that's what allowed my wife and I to travel all around the world and now have a team globally, not because we personally knew people there, but we built a team that led us there, which is great. So a lot of you are going to get a chance to travel. Now, again, what's really great about our company is not only do we have the science behind the products, we have the system behind the business, right? We have so many different Zoom calls set up to maximize your results, right? Obviously on Monday, we have the 6 p.m. calls that you got a chance to experience with me right now. On Tuesday, we have something called Riman Orientation. So you want to make sure you lock into that because that's how we show you how to start people up correctly, manage expectations, let you know what your next several steps are, and set you up on a game plan to get your results right away. Okay. On Wednesday, we have Leadership Academy. We also have something called Product University, which is huge. So talk to the person that invited you. They'll tell you all about that. And then Thursday, we have an opportunity presentation just like this is our company call. And you're going to get a chance to hear from the different top leaders. And again, it's so inspiring getting on all these calls because you get to see so many people from so many different walks of life, so many different backgrounds, so many different motivations. And one thing they all have in common is they're making the business work and the business has changed their life. Okay. So in closing, I appreciate every single one of you for hopping on, for joining us today. And the only hard part you have for you to decide is, do you see yourself as a customer or do you see yourself participating in the business, right? That's all you got to do. Let the person who invited you know. Do you want to be a customer or do you see yourself building the business? Either way, we welcome your business. If you want to become a customer, here's what's great. It's only a matter of time till you build the business because you're going to start getting results. And I'm going to warn you guys about something, okay? We don't normally talk about this. But if you're an introvert, you might have a little bit of a difficult time. And when I say difficult time, I don't mean like building the business, right? You're like, oh, sharing with people, I'm an introvert, that's hard. No, 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 no. Here's what I mean. If you're an introvert and you use our products, what's going to happen is you're going to have random people come up to you and compliment you out of nowhere. You're going to have people talk about your skin. They're going to ask you if you got Botox. They're going to ask you if you got plastic surgery. You're going to go to family parties. People are going to notice and you're going to be weirded out in the beginning. But that's because people are going to see the results you have. And here's what's amazing. When they see the results you have, they want the same results. They're going to ask you, where'd you get the products? And simply, if you're a planner, guess what? You have your own link to share. And when they buy it from your link, you're going to get paid for that. And every time they rebuy, you're going to get paid for that. One of the things I'm so excited by is the customer base that I built once, right? Guess what? On average, we order 6 to 9 times a year. So imagine doing the work one time, but getting paid 6 to 9 times for that, in the course of a year for something you did once. It's amazing. And again, because the product's amazing, because the product's valuable, the business is easily scalable, right? So it's huge. So again, get back to the person that invited you. Let them know, do you see yourself as a customer or someone building the business? Welcome to the team. We'll see you on tomorrow's orientation call. I look forward to seeing you guys all in Vegas. Let's go out there. Let's make it happen. Thank you guys.